Hello, bonjour, Julia Browne here, Walking the Spirit Tours. I'm coming to you this week from Paris, so bonjour and welcome to Paris. It's been exactly 2 weeks today of the Paris attacks, and one of the things, and in the last newsletter I mentioned that some of the things that we felt changing in Paris, but one of the things that still kind of feel is there seems to be fewer people around in the stores, maybe running through the train stations and that, but, well, except in the metro station, that's still pretty packed. But that brings me to my theme of this newsletter edition. It is traveling off season. So one of the reasons also that there are fewer people here and there and there seems to be less activity, it's because it's low season. So there are far less tourists in town. And that is ideal for you as a traveler. So this newsletter edition is about traveling off season. One of the advantages of traveling off season is that again, time is more relaxed. When you're in restaurants or in other venues, you'll find that the staff is far more relaxed because they don't have to deal with as many people. So you have time as a traveler to actually engage people around you. You can talk to the person at the counter. You can talk to this person at the restaurant. You have time to get to know people. So when you go home and you've taken the photographs, you can look at the photographs and say, I remember that person's name. That was Patrick, or that was Didier, or that was Carole, and we had a conversation about this and that. So it gives you time to relax into your time here. So you're far less stressed, and that gives you less. When you're less stressed, I find that you have more time to interact with the people you're traveling with. So if you're traveling, let's say, with a big group, you don't know everybody in the group, it gives you time to actually get the time to sit down and not feel so rushed when you're dealing with other people. For me, not have that time means that I get to go out, and when I'm traveling off season here, I go out and I meet some of my partners and some of my new partners and old partners. So we have time to get to know each other a little bit more. I find out what they have that's new. I mean, I can find it out in an email, but it's always that much more enriching when I talk to people face to face, and they're always glad to share things with me. The second reason that I have for traveling off season is that when I come, I walk my tours out. I've been doing these tours since 1994, so what's there to check out? Every place, there's always something different. There's a new bakery, something's open, something closed, so that when I talk to you about the tours, I can say to you, hey, this is new. So if you may have taken that tour before, or you've been to Paris before, but I could say, this is new, this has changed. And you know what I discovered the other day? Haynes Restaurant, which has been a mainstay of African American culture and French and African American culture coming together, which is in the 9th District, Lower Montmartre. It closed in 2009 after almost 50 years. So it's been under construction for a couple of years. So I went up there to see what the changes was. And you know what's in the place of Haynes Restaurant now? A really nice hotel, a 4-star hotel. So because it was low season, I could go in and I could say, hey, can you show me around the hotel? So I got a full tour, and they've got a beautiful spa in the basement, let me tell you, downstairs. So really nice. So that's some of the advantages I have when I travel off season. Another reason for traveling off season is comfort, the idea of comfort, getting comfortable in a culture, and that means enjoying the comfort foods. So here you are, you've walked from this place to that place, your feet are getting a wee bit tired, and so it's time to sit down for a spot of lunch, and on the menu you'll find the greatest comfort foods. One of them for this season in November is pot au feu. It's a soup with big chunks of vegetables in it and a thin broth. But it's an ideal time to start to try out those French dishes that have heavy sauces that you might not like in the summer. So the true French cuisine. So there's all kinds of new things to try out when you're, as far as comfort. And then you think, comfort of my feet, I'm walking. But think about those great boots you're going to be able to buy here in the season. You're going to show them off, and a fancy scarf and everything like that. So there's all kinds of really cool reasons. Now, if you want to know what goes on between middle of October, which is the beginning of low season, to the middle of April, check out on my website my guide to when is the best time to travel to Paris. It's a 17-page guide, and it goes month by month. So check that out. And so that brings me to the end of this edition. I hope you consider traveling off season. And I know people are limited by maybe their work schedule or they have school. But when you come at this time of the year, for example, come for Christmas, and absolutely stunning. You and your kids will love it. Your entire family, your entire extended family. But you'll also gain a lot of experience, a lot of time to be close together. So check out my guide on my website, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Au revoir.